Hello, Facebook. No, that's not what I say. Don't turn it off, though. Hello there. This is Betty Hines. I wanted to give you all something that was really, really dear to my heart, and that is a video of how I make my pendants. This is my first time ever doing this. I hadn't done it for anyone else, but I just wanted to do it especially for my family and friends. I have been doing jewelry or making jewelry ever since January. I bought all of my equipment, you know, my startup kit and everything that I needed to have in like June, July, August, September, October, and then on up to December. When January came, I was ready to start making pendants. And these pendants are made out of pure glass. And another reason I wanted to do the video is because a lot of people ask me, did I buy the pendant somewhere else? And I say, no, I didn't. And I just want to kind of let you know exactly how it works. So if you would be patient with me for a few minutes, I'm just going to give you a little tutorial of how it works. The first thing you need to have, and we're going to go over here to my computer, show you exactly what you have to have before you start. And we're going to go to the company where I get my glass, and I bought all of my equipment and everything like that in order to get started. Well, of course, the first thing you're going to need is some glass. And we'll go back over here. I'm sorry about that. But I got everything already set up over there. This is some teal green glass. I bought all of my glass before I started. It's like a paint. It was a lot more in here when I bought it. And this is the deep red glass that I'm using, and it's coarse. And I can take a little bit out so you can see that it's really coarse. And that is how I'm making my Valentine hearts this year. It took me a minute to figure out what colors were the exact right color for the heart, but I got it. And over here, I'm going to get my son to, he's helping me out today, Micah Faust. More glass that I bought. And you can see that it's fairly expensive glass, and that's why I have to take my time and get a little bit at a time in order for me to start making these pendants. And the name of my business, after I got all my pendants together, is Focus Forward First. Well, my main business is Focus Forward First Mentoring, and I wanted to provide some kind of income for Focus Forward First so that I could get it started. That's when I came up with the idea of natural inspirations. And so I just wanted to flash these business cards in front of you, because when you want a business, you got to get business cards as well. So now let's go back over here to the computer, and I'm going to show you some of the startup items you're going to have. And the reason why I want to go to the computer first is to show you how much they cost. This is a towel and glass nipper. So you're going to need a pair of nippers. And as you see, they're $29.95. Or you can get a smaller pair for $13.23. And I had to get, this is a oil feed glass cutter. I had to buy the cutting system, and I had to buy the Strip Pro cutter. Now, all of this stuff can come in one package with the $99.95 kit or the $159 kit, but it's up to you how much you want to spend. And then I have another place we want to go over here. After you buy all of your glass, then you're going to need a kiln. And my kiln did cost about this amount. You can get smaller ones for smaller prices, but I needed a bigger size, so They cost about $965 and they go up to about $1,500, and then they go up even higher than that. So let me show you what I have over here. If Michael, you can stand this is my bedroom. I decided to come up here because my shop is too cold, but I wanted to do the tutorial so badly that I just brought everything up here. So these are my nippers. And if you notice, you can't just get anything. You have to have a little split right there in order for the glass to cut. And I'm not going to cut any glass. I just want to show you how we're going to do it. Then this is your glass cutter. And this is an oil glass cutter. And these are some pliers that you get to break off small pieces of glass. You're also going to need some markers, and you're going to need some goop. Goop costs about $10, and I'll show you what you need to do with that. So the next thing I want to show you is how I cut my glass. Before I cut the long strips, I have to use a marker, and I went ahead and made this one first. And what I did, you don't have to use the real glass. You can just cut out a piece of paper. And what you do is you mark around either the paper or the glass. And as you see, that's how you get your markings. They do not recommend that we use blue. I use blue, but you don't supposed to use blue. You need to use black. And I just did this for the tutorial, and I didn't have black, so there you go.
Here we go.
Okay, so you know I'm getting a little tired, so y'all be a little patient with me as I do this, because I normally be sitting down and relaxing when I'm doing this. But after you cut, after you trace your hearts, then we're going to come over here. And what I do is I take my cutters and I just trace around the heart. So you're going to hear, if you can hear that. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I feel like I need to, so I'm going to do it. So we're cutting the heart out. And you're supposed to have on goggles. That is so important because glass will be flying everywhere. Excuse me for sniffing as well. I'm cold and then I'm hot. Hot and then I'm cold. Okay, so what we're doing is we're cutting the extra glass away from the heart shape. And then you have to use these smaller clippers to, oh, see that glass splashing? And so I'm going to have to vacuum. Come over here, Michael. Use this plastic bag to keep, if you don't have anything else to protect your eyes, because once this glass gets in your eyes, then it will mess your eyes up. And you want to keep your eyes safe for as long as you can. I wear glasses, but I don't need them for anything but reading right now, and I want to keep it that way. But I hope you can see how these small pliers are cutting away the extra glass. Can you see that, Michael? Well, you'll see it exactly how it looks when I bring it out. And I hope this is very helpful to everybody, because this is not a secret. And if you want to do this for yourself, then you should. Okay. So there you go. Now it's rough looking, but that is a heart. And what I will do, I will either leave this like this, and what I did was I took a piece of clear glass like this, a bigger piece, and I took my red glass, my coarse glass, I put it on top of there, and then when I put it on top of there, then I put it in the kiln. And that is how it came out to look like this. And it's ready for sale. If I wanted it bigger, then I could put an extra piece of glass on top, and that would make the heart even larger. Once it goes in the kiln, it comes out, it's going to look bigger, but it's going to look about the same. The kiln, the purpose of the kiln is to heat your glass to the perfect temperature where it will melt. You want your glass, you don't want it to look like this, of course, but you want it to melt down to a liquid form. And glass doesn't run, you know, you see in these big glass companies where glass is melting downward. That's not what this kiln is for. You have other methods to use where your glass will melt down, but not in this particular case. I don't do any of that. And I haven't bought anything to help me do that. So the kiln will go up to 1,000 to 1,500 degrees, and it will melt this glass down to look just like this. And that is absolutely beautiful. And so to make it easier, I had put it on Facebook where I would be making more of these. I said, well, February 14th is not that far away. I better get started. So I've just made a whole lot of hearts. As you can see, I have heart shapes over here, over there, and over there as well. I want to show you also this beautiful piece of glass. And you have different types of glass. You have dichloric glass. So this is dichloric glass. And this is going to be a beautiful pendant. Now, the dichloric was put on top of a black piece of glass. And what I have to do is cut out a clear piece of glass to put over this dichloric so it'll be smooth. So that's what I've done here. I've cut out the exact size on this clear piece of glass. I'm going to put it on top, and I'm going to heat up the kiln to 1,500 degrees. When I do that, it's going to come out thicker and more beautiful. I haven't done it yet, so I can't show you a finished piece. Okay, the rest of my, how did I come to get this heart to look like this? Well, going backwards, I had to cut this piece of glass out in the shape of a heart. But I used a saw, and that is something else that I was going to show you. But if you send me an email or if you send me an inbox, I can tell you exactly what kind of saw I use. And what will happen is once I put this back into the kiln, because of these sides right here are raw, I have to put it back in the kiln again, heat it all the way back up to the same temperature after I cut it out, and then it'll come out to be a heart. So this is how I got this piece. And then, like I said, if I want it to be bigger, then I put another piece of glass on top, and then I have a larger piece to sell. Like I said, the glass is expensive, and I want to show you so much more, but we only have so many minutes. So, again, thank you for listening to me, and if you have any questions, just inbox me and I'll give you everything you need. Thank you.